coming in clutch. Wadim coming in clutch. Today we're gonna be learning the Arabic names and locations that are in Sumewuuu specifically. I think there's like a range of names and not all of them are Arabic. So I think this is specifically the Arabic names. I think this is gonna be fun because back when I released the Liyue pronunciation guide, which I know is how a lot of y'all found me, a lot of people were like, oh God, like I feel like a clown trying to pronounce these Chinese words that like my tongue doesn't know how to do these things. And I was like, well, you know, my turn will come. From teabee, thank you teabee for this thread. Pronunciation guide for the Arabic names and locations found in Sumewuuu, a thread. A few disclaimers, this thread is leak free and will be updated once more Arabic content comes out, or if I miss some words I want to add them later on. The intent of this thread is to inform and educate, so feel free to share. Arabic is mainly a linguistic term, not really used as an adjective to describe a group of people, so someone who speaks Arabic as their first language would be Arab. Some of these words may overlap with other languages and may or may not have alternate pronunciations in them. My Palestinian dialect may peek through, but its influence should be minimal because these are names rather than nouns and adjectives, etc. Lastly, please be civil and kind. I reiterate that my intent is to inform, not attack or belittle. Honestly, one of my greatest regrets, because I was making my Liyue pronunciation video, I made that for my friends. Like I literally did not, never in any universe would I have anticipated that that video would hit, what is it at, like 2 million views or something like that. If I had known that that video was going to be watched by like over 1 million people, I would have approached it very differently. But well, I didn't think that was what was gonna happen. So it was a very relaxed video that I made like just for my friends, which means that there was an offhand comment I said at the beginning, which was like, even the voice actors aren't pronouncing the names correctly, which like is true, but like I would have added so many more disclaimers. Like I recognize that they have official localized pronunciations and the voice actors are simply saying what they were told to say. But like, you know, none of that was disclaimers that made it into the final video. So I was just like, I don't know what the moral of the story is. Always act online like 2 million people will see what you post. Let's start with Tighnari or something like that. I know I'm not even close.
Tighnari.
That was unexpected. I've also heard there was a video we were watching earlier. There was someone else that said it more like tug instead of tug, but it's certainly not Tighnari, which is what we got in the trailer. And I guess it's their official localization, so that's a little bit pain. I love how all the experts again pronounce it very differently. I mean, I guess in this case it's hard because it's not necessarily like, is it one language? Or are there like too many, because there's no like standard, is there? I've seen people talk about how like regional differences can be quite broad in this case, so.
Tighnari.
Tighnari. Is softer than that. Wonder what would happen if you combine the character's proper pronunciation of their name in an English sentence. Oh, that's how I feel when I say Liyue names though. I said it correctly. Okay, I'll just keep practicing that. Got too hard again. Tighnari? Tighnari?
Tighnari's name is one of the more difficult names to pronounce. In my personal opinion, I think it would be fine if it were to be pronounced as Tighnari instead of Tighnari.
So that's a vowel difference.
Tighnari.
You are me watching your Liyue pronunciation repeating can you over and over. That's exactly what I was saying. I was like, what goes around comes around, and it's my time to get a taste of my own medicine. The same way you all felt trying to pronounce Liyue Chinese names for the first time without having ever spoken anything in Chinese ever in your lives. That's how I feel right now. It's probably gonna be the same thing when Natlan comes around, many different ways to pronounce things. Yeah. So I think that's the interesting thing about like Sumewuuu names versus Liyue, for example, or even Mondstadt, right? Like Liyue was very explicitly Chinese, and Mandarin Chinese especially has, for many political reasons that we'll not get into right now, Mandarin Chinese has a very, very, very formal standardization. And so unlike with the Arabic or with even like the combination like Germanic languages that they mashed together from Mondstadt, the Liyue pronunciation guide was actually possible with total clarity because there is standardization. Not to pass judgment on whether standardization is a good thing or a bad thing. I have my personal opinions about that, but the fact of the matter is that standardization does exist. And so I think I was able to do a pronunciation guide for Liyue with clarity and consistency that maybe is harder to do for the other regions. I think the only other place where we're going to see the same level of standardization might be Fontaine, because the French are very, 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 very uptight about their language. Did you guys know there's like a council? There's like a French council of people who like decide what is French and what isn't, and like what new words get inducted into French and what gender the languages are, the words are that get added. But I guess with Natlan and with Sumewuuu, we're gonna have this struggle of like somewhat inconsistent pronunciation guides that we'll get from people who speak their languages from different regions, and whether it's dialect differences or it's straight up language differences, they'll be reflected in, you know, the so-called inconsistency in how things are pronounced. So that's just how it is. We're just gonna have to be comfortable with the ambiguity. Never heard it before, even though I'm from an Arab country. I know you can pronounce it however you like. It's okay even if you pronounce it wrong. It's like if you have a difficult foreign name for Americans to pronounce, so you give them an easier name to say. That's exactly what teabee did here, right? Where you can hear them say, hold on, wait, are teabees? Are your pronouns in here? They or she? Got it. So anyways, Opie was saying earlier, after this, you can hear them explain.
In my personal opinion, I think it would be fine if it were to be pronounced as Tighnari instead of Tighnari.
It's so funny because to my ear, like, that sounds exactly the same. But I think what you all are saying is that you could say like Tighnari and still be kind of acceptable. Is that what it is? Or Tighnari? Because I've also seen people say that they pronounce it with the E sound. I guess the moral of the story is, as long as you're trying and you're not saying Tighnari, you're probably no one will make fun of you. if your main goal is to not be mocked. You know, show a baseline of respect to this language that you don't know anything about. You can pronounce it however you like or whatever feels comfortable to pronounce. Most Arabs won't get mad even if people call him Tighnari. That's also reassuring. Because I think there are plenty of people who are just playing this game casually and not seriously thinking about like the origins of these names and the geopolitical ramifications, right? Like, I think like even with Liyue names, for example, when people were getting the names wrong, like it's honestly not that big of a deal. Like I understand that you looking at the word, what's a really, really unintuitive one? I guess Xingqiu is like everyone's favorite example of like an unpronounceable name. If you looked at that, it looks like Xingqi. It looks like Xingqi. I get it, I understand. But it's Xingqiu, so you're just like, what? That makes no sense, because you don't know how like phonetics work in Chinese, right? So given that, what really bothered me with the Liyue pronunciations is when people were like mocking it. Honestly, even if you're completely off, that's not a big deal. What bothers me is when people are making fun of it. Nowadays though, I just say Xingqi. I think it's hilarious. My thoughts on this have changed completely. Let's move on to the next one. Haitham is my guess. Haitham. Haitham. But I've heard haitham too.
Elham.
Which now that I say it sounds not very different. Is it haitham or haitham? And is it a sound or is it different? Yeah, there's haitham, but I feel like OP here is saying haitham more than haitham. You've heard both. It's definitely a TH. Okay, haitham. I guess they're both. The al means yeah. Oh, hold on. There's an explainer here.
Names that have al in the beginning usually signify a title or a surname. Basically, it's a specifier. Al in Arabic functions a lot like the in English. So it makes sense for the real scientist who the Genshin character seems to be based off of. But it is a little weird for the character himself, since it's his first name and to our knowledge, not a title.
That's why I was seeing threads about people saying that it should be just haitham, not al haitham. Is that why? Because it's like not a title, it's just his name, versus like the al designator is more for titles? Is it like Da Vinci being Da? Oh yeah, I think that's about right, yeah. So haitham as a name makes more sense. Oh, okay. Thank you for educating me. Yeah, it's like saying the Ying. I love how vaguely pretentious that sounds. What if we call you the Ying? All right, sure. Isekai Bunny, hello. Oh, you want an uwu redeem? We got it.
Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna do a pronunciation practice with uwu mode engaged, but thank you Isekai Bunny for the uwu redeem. I'll do my best. I'll have Tighnari. Oh, Tighnari. Sumewuuu.
Awa. Sorry.
I mean, sorry. No, not the uwu. Alright, moving on.
Nahida.
Nahida. Nahida. Oh, is it not na? Is it more like na? Nahida? Sumewuuu. Awanawa.
Uwu redeem coming in clutch.
Uwu redeem coming in clutch. Awataki ito. Sorry, Nahida.
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 الأحمر.
Oh, hold on. Wait, don't continue. There's a tweet in between. Nahida's name appears to be inspired by the Zoroastrian goddess Anahita. However, Nahida is also a feminine name in Arabic with Nahid as its masculine counterpart, which is why it's included in this thread. Anahita's Persian and Nahida's Arabic. We're learning so much today. What is the family tree? I'm gonna look it up. Persian, Arabic, family tree. Arabic comes from Afro-Asiatic languages and Persian from Indo-European. Yeah, I love a good linguistics tree. Okay, so it's interesting to me that like Arabic and Hebrew are very closely related, but Persian is like a totally different language family.
Okay, so redeem up. Am I free? I think I am. It says 4 minutes ago, so I think I'm good. Thank you, Bunny, again for the redeem. I know the H is like I think I'm saying that. I'm probably not saying that right, but like I know there's like an asper.
الأحمر.
Ahmar. Is it L or Al? Ahmar.
مر.
Mar.
الأحمر.
Ahmar. Is it how soft is that?
الأحمر.
Ahmar. Mar. Isn't a k sound, but it's pretty close. So it's almost a hard H. The KH is a different letter. Lord. Ahmar. I think I'm close, but I know I'm not accurate. Will we get there? We might never get there. If I can get to 80%, I'm happy.
مر. الأحمر.
Ahmar. I did it again. I did the
الأحمر.
Mar.
الأحمر.
Ahmar. Keep saying the Ahmar.
الأحمر.
I think I'm getting better at not saying the so the H is more breathy. I think so. Open your mouth a little more for the L. Wait, but teabee is saying it like L. Right? L?
الأحمر.
L? It sounds like L more than Al. Those sounds individually are all right, but put together it's a tongue twister. It's a throat twister. It's a throat sound, not a mouth sound. I feel like you close your throat on it a little bit though, it sounds like. Just not all the way, so it doesn't become the You hear Al like L? Yeah, that's what I'm hearing too. L versus Al is very debated with Arab people too. Oh, Lord. I just try to pronounce the just L. It looks like you guys are fighting. Or maybe not fighting. Maybe the answer is both. It is somewhere between Al and L. It's whatever sounds better. Okay, they all sound the same to me. I cannot pass judgment on a language I don't know anything about. Note, ahmar just means red, the basic red, no specific shade. So al-ahmar literally translates to the red one, which makes sense here since we're referring to the Scarlet King. I have not progressed this far in the game yet. I don't know who that is. I should probably play the Archon quest soon. Someday. Let's move on. Is that Ein or Ain?
عين الأحمر.
Ein?
عين الأحمر.
El-ahmar.
عين الأحمر.
Ein el-ahmar. Ein el-ahmar literally translates to the eye of the red one or the Scarlet King's eye. Try to force Ein. Ein?
عين الأحمر.
Ein el-ahmar. I did it again. Ein el-ahmar. I think I'm getting better, but I can't really tell. Ein. Yeah, like I with an N. But I think what chat's trying to tell me to do is it's Ein. Like you really like yin into it. Ein el-ahmar. Ahmar.
وكالة فندق.
Wikala funduq.
وكالة فندق. وكالة فندق.
Wikala funduq. That sound is really hard for me. All the vowels are very, very hard. They're like in between vowel sounds that I'm used to saying. You know how some languages are conducive to learning other languages? A fun one that I learned is that because I know how to speak Mandarin Chinese, Polish is not too hard for me. An unexpected connection. However, it seems that it does not translate to Arabic. I already forgot.
وكالة فندق.
Kala. Kala. Funduq. This is hard for me.
فندق.
Wikala funduq.
وكالة فندق.
I don't know how that's gonna come out when I say it quickly while we play the quest, but wikala funduq is probably gonna be what it sounds like when I say it. The duke part is like Duke. Wait, but Duke is different. The wikala is perfect? Oh, really? That was the hard part for me. You're telling me I'm doing worse on the funduq? Okay, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I'm doing worse on that part. Damn. You know, I'm glad we're doing this before I play the Archon quest because it means that when the Archon quest comes around and it's time to play it, I will be minimally clouding myself on stream. Do your homework first. Study for your exam. And the exam is the Archon quest. All right, NPC names.
أمل.
Amal.
أمل. أمل.
Mar.
إلهام.
Amar.
elham, elham,
elham,
eymen, eymen,
eymen,
eymen, farid, farid,
farid,
farid,
farid, amal, elham, ham. That throws me off.
amal,
Is that I or a?
amal,
Amal.
elham,
Amal?
elham,
Ham.
elham,
Elham.
eymen,
Eymen.
eymen,
Eymen.
eymen,
Eymen.
farid.
Farid is easier for me. Farid was spot on. I was on spot on. Okay. I have friends I have friends who were named Amar too, but I guess I've just been saying their name wrong this whole time. Or are you having flashbacks to Age of Empires 2 village dialogue right now? It's hard, isn't it? I'm glad it's not just me. I'm glad we're suffering here together in solidarity. Well, there's a subset of us suffering. There's a subset of us just watching for entertainment value. And then there's a subset of us that are like doing their best to help those of us that are suffering. Is it funny hearing me repeat it quickly? I want it one more time.
amal,
Amar.
amal, amal,
Mar. That vowel sound throws me off.
elham,
Elham.
elham,
Elham.
elham,
Elham.
eymen,
Eymen.
eymen,
Man.
eymen,
Feels like almost like a Chinese man. Eymen
farid,
and Farid. Sounds more like Eyman. Okay, I'm doing my best. Let's do. Amar, Elham, Eymen, and Farid. I'm gonna ask y'all to grade me, okay? At the end, I'll like say all of the names from memory or as best as I can, and then you guys will give me a grade. NPC names. Continued.
faris, faris,
Faris.
faris,
Faris.
fayez,
Fayez.
fayez,
Fayez.
fayez,
Fayez.
gauhar,
Gauhar.
gauhar,
Gauhar.
gauhar,
Gauhar.
hamawi,
Hamawi.
hamawi,
Hamawi.
hamawi,
Hamawi. Faris. Fayez.
faris,
Faris. Faris. It's not is. It's is. Faris.
faris,
Faris.
fayez,
Fayez.
fayez,
Fayez. Faris. Why did I roll that R? That was unintentional. Faris. Fayez. Gauhar. Hamawi.
gauhar,
Gauhar. Oh, you do roll that R? Gauhar.
gauhar,
Faris. Fayez. Yes. Gauhar. Hamawi. Faris was Pog. Your Faris is perfect? Wait, what? I literally feel like I am just saying sounds and you guys are like, sometimes you're like, that's wrong. And sometimes you guys are like, that's right. And I can't tell the difference. Hamawi is on point. Okay. Thank you all for guiding me along. Thank you. Thank you for encouraging me. I'm glad you all think I'm doing okay so far. Okay, 3 more NPC name recordings.
hazm,
Hazm?
hazm, hazm,
Hazm.
jamal,
Jamal.
jamal,
Mal.
jamal,
Jamal.
kamla,
Kamla.
kamla,
Kamla.
mamdouh,
Mamdouh. Huh?
mamdouh, mamdouh,
Dua? It sounds like mamdouh. Mamdouh. Wow, every time you say this person's name, you gotta exhale. I'm running out of air. Is that the wrong pronunciation for Kamla? I mean, would it just be a different, like, sort of, like a regional difference for Kamla? Imagine you say dua, but you run out of breath. Oh, God. Wait, if you ran out of breath, wouldn't you have nothing to ha out? It's an abrupt H. Mamdouh. Okay, hazm, jamal, kamla, mamdouh.
rana,
Rana?
rana,
Rana. Rana.
raunak,
Raunak.
raunak,
Raunak.
safiyya, safiyya, safiyya,
Safiyya.
shahin,
Why do I feel like the so is like back here? Safiyya.
shahin,
Shahin. Rana, raunak. Safiyya. Shahin.
rana,
Rana.
rana,
Rana. It's almost like an sound, or between an and an Rana. Rana, raunak. Safiyya. Shahin. Okay, next.
tariq, tariq,
Not what I was expecting.
yunus,
Yunus.
tariq,
Tariq.
tariq,
Tariq.
tariq, yunus,
Yunus.
Yunus.
Nos? Tariq and Yunus? Tariq is the hardest pronunciation in Arabic. The Q? Is it not just a hard K sound? Stress that Q, bestie. You got this. You're supposed to stress it?
yunus,
I missed that memo.
tariq,
tariq. I don't understand. I don't understand what you guys are hearing that I'm not hearing. It does have a pretty sound, but it just seems like a softened K to me. It's like a K but breathy. Tariq. Oh, tariq. Oh, it's like a K, but if you're not like, it's like a Q, but you're sick. Yeah. I kind of see what you mean. It's like a cluck. Yeah. Tariq. Q comes from your lower throat. Oh, tariq. I want to say raunak when I push the K sound back. I'm so close. Tariq. That's 3 parts, 3 totally separate parts. Isn't it read like tariq? That's what I thought too. I thought it was tariq. It's tariq. I feel like a dumbass trying to make that Q sound. My goodness. Tariq. I want to do like rok. You know what I mean? Because if you drop your jaw more, it goes back more. So then I want to say tariq, but that's not right. It's probably gonna be the hardest sound for me then. I didn't even realize it was like a totally different placement. Anyway, I did my best. Tariq and yunus. So, you guys ready to grade me? I guess you guys can give me an A, B, C, D, or F. And again, I know there's some regional variations, but I'm following what TV here is saying. Tighnari. That's my Tighnari. Tighnari. And then haitham. I'm committing. That's my last answer. Nahida ahmar. Ahmar. And then this one was hard. This one was so hard. Wikala funduq. And then amal, elham, eymen, and farid. Faris, fayez, gauhar, hamawi. Hazm, jamal, kamla, mamdouh. Rana, raunak, safiyya, shahin. Wait, rana? Did I say that right? Rana, raunak, safiyya, shahin. And then tariq, yunus. I did my best. Give me a grade. All right, chat. It's your call. A-. I got an A-, really? How sweet. I got a B. All right, I'll take a B. I'm passing. I guess I got a B. It sounds like I got a B overall. All right, that's not a grade. It's not a grade I can show my mom, but she will not be putting that grade on the refrigerator. So according to chat, A would be only for native speakers. I think that's right. I made a genuine effort. That is the most we can say for me, is that I did genuinely make an effort. Thank you for the B grade. I will take this and not show my mom. She will disown me. To my mom's credit, she's loosened up over the years, and I think she might be proud of a B nowadays. I think now she would be like, good on you for trying to learn something new. 10 years ago, she would have been more like, you don't get dinner today. Sorry. Also, I'm gonna yell at you for 3 hours. People can change. Whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, have a wonderful time of day. I will see you all next stream. Thank you for hanging out. See you all. Good night. Bye-bye.